Hi guys, this is Dan. It's been about 2 years since I made my last video. I am 1 month shy from 6 years on T and 5 years post-op top surgery with Dr. Sherman Leese from Philadelphia. Recently, the question I've been getting from a lot of people is, how did you know you were trans at such a young age? And my answer for that is that I didn't. I just didn't. There was never a spot. There was never really an age that I thought I am trans. It was more an age that I realized that I didn't fit into the gender stereotypes and the gender norms of a female than me realizing that I was trans. I guess I didn't really know that I was trans until I was about 14, and that was because I met someone who was trans, and I started researching about transgenderism, and that's when I realized that I was trans. So I guess I'll talk about some changes that have occurred from the last 2 years when I did my last video. By the way, it's not that I was lazy, it was that I forgot my YouTube password and tried for the last 2 years to find it out until I finally realized it. So, some changes that occurred in the last 2 years would be my body fat redistributing even more so. I'm going to take off my shirt in a minute when I show you my post-op, and that you'll be able to see that my hips have greatly decreased, and the fat, sure you know that when you transition, your fat shifts, and my stomach has become way more fatty than it ever was before. So that's one thing. Another thing is my facial hair has grown in way more than it even had at 4 years on T. So I don't keep a long beard anymore. I trim it about once or twice a week. But previously I couldn't really grow facial hair up here on the sides, and now it comes in fairly well. Another thing is just overall body hair growth. So when I first started T, I had no back hair, and then about 2 years ago I had a patch of back hair. Now my whole back is starting to fill up with some hair. I'll also turn around so you can see that on the video. I don't know how well you'll be able to tell, because a lot of times the pictures or video do not do the hair justice. So I will show you, not that you'll be able to see though. Also, I'm not sure, I think my voice has changed a little bit. I have to listen to the last video I did. I didn't listen to it prior to recording this. So that's one thing. The main overall thing that has changed since I did my last video, and if you've been following me for the last 6 years, you'll see that about 4 years ago I did a video called Being Stealth in College, because I was extremely stealthy. I did not want people to know I was trans. Over the last year and a half, 2 years or so, I've moved away from that, and now it's not something that I announce to people, but I am more open with talking about me being trans and my transition and being visible for the transgender community. It's not like I promote me being trans, but if someone asks me if I am, I will definitely disclose that fact to them, as long as they're not saying it in a negative way. I also have been identifying as queer since the last 2 years or so. Queer trans man. I guess I'll take off my shirt and you guys can see my top surgery. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it is a month shy of 5 years post-op. So now you can see, I think there's minimal scarring there. Some of the scars are a little bit pink right here. There's one that's pink, but overall I would say it looks pretty good. I think in one of my previous videos I talked about using bio oil, which I did use for about the first year, and then I got lazy, so I don't use it anymore. I'll turn around, maybe you'll be able to see my back hair. Like I said, you may not though, but at least from the back you may be able to see. Like I said, my hips have the fat has shifted to my stomach, so my stomach's a lot bigger than it was previously. I'm sort of working out now, trying to get some of this weight off me. So here's my back. My shoulders have greatly broadened even in the last 2 years compared to what they were before. I'll just keep off the shirt for the rest of the video so you guys can look at it if you would like. Here is a close-up of my chest. Like I said, I think it looks great. I used bio oil for about a year. There are some spots, like I said, over here you can see some redness. Over here you can see some redness. And over towards the crease of the armpits, you can see some redness. But it looks really good. I had some necrosis right here, so that's why you can sort of see it looks like skin and not nipple. But this side went good, and the only reason there was really necrosis in this area was due to the fact that this drain had to come out prematurely. And now you can see up close maybe of some back hair. I'm not sure. I don't know how well it's going to be visible on the video, but this is my back. You can see how wide I've gotten. If you watch my first few videos, I was about this small compared to now where I am now. I guess, like, I was starting to talk about the fact that I am more open with being trans. Before, like I said, I did a video called Being Stealth in College. I am still self, but I have also grown greatly. About a year ago, I did a classroom lecture on transgenderism at my college, Penn State. I've graduated since, so that may have been part of the reason why I didn't mind doing it, because I knew I was graduating in 2 months. Another thing that happened, a really big thing for me, and this may be a separate video altogether, is getting my name changed. So, I did my name change pro se. It was 3 petitions I did, and I did this because I've heard some stories about different folks going and they have to be in front of a bunch of other people waiting for their name change. I did 3 petitions. I did a petition to seal the records, a petition to waive publication, and a petition for name change. That was granted on March 2nd. So my name has been legally changed since March 2nd to Daniel. And people ask, why did you wait so long? I waited so long merely because my name change was only an inconvenience in certain situations, such as insurance, legal, doctors, things like that. But my name is officially changed, and when I had my hearing was a closed courtroom. The door was locked. There was no one in there except for me and the judge. I had to waive my right so my parents could come in even. And it took about 5 minutes. So my name is legally changed now, and it's great. If anyone would like to ever ask me any questions about that, about the paperwork, about filing, please contact me. Overall, in the last 2 years since my last video, the scarring has reduced drastically on my chest from my top surgery, and I would notice that the thing that has changed the most in the last 2 years, from 4 to 6 years on T, I would say, would have to be hair growth. I'm getting even more hairy than I was before, in places that I wasn't hairy before. I actually trimmed down my back hair because it peaks over my shoulders now, so that's one thing. There was a patch on my leg that about a year ago, it started filling in, and that was 5 years on T. So about 5 years on T, that started filling in. So overall, I would just have to say hair growth and fat distribution in the last 2 years, from 4 to 6 years, would definitely be the biggest change. I've also noticed that my weight gain has been up. Now, that may be partially because of quitting smoking cigarettes, but I only quit smoking 2 weeks ago, so I would definitely say my hormone level has evened out, yet I'm still eating as though I were going through puberty. So that's one thing I definitely need to work on. But overall, everything's been going good in the last 2 years. My name's now legally changed. I will make a separate video eventually about how to do that, the paperwork, and all that stuff. So from here on out, now that I know my password, I will be making videos consistently. For anyone that wants to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram. I will leave that link in the description of this video. And if you have serious questions about transitioning, maybe if you've watched all my videos and I've never covered it, or you just have some personal questions, you can email me, and I will leave my business email in the description as well. Alright, peace out.